and Dirty Jersey Rat, a new clipper on the scene. So feel free to give Dirty Jersey Rat a follow. Watches quite a lot of the smaller shows, which I enjoy, which I like.
You know.
And beloved Chad, this is the weirdest thing. Yeah. You're right. If Karmic ever had a male friend, he'd realize that like trashing each other is what we do. It's really weird that he has to have these rules explained to him as a 42-year-old man. Like, it's so strange. And I'm telling you, I've said this maybe a dozen times. I'm going to say it again. The realest, like the most real advice or statement that he ever heard was when Tukey said, the reason we laugh at you is because everything that you are complaining about, we went through by the time we were sophomores in high school. and also, I think that, I mean, of course we can't conclude, but he sounds like someone who has watched way too much television in his life.
Mm-hmm. And I suffer from that.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't make you a bad person.
I mean, no. I believe me.
I know what you mean.
That's how I feel like I can identify it, is because I was this person, at least in my youth I was, and, you know, I actually started to have human interaction. But as a kid, I did not know how to act around people, and I modeled everything I said or did off of the Seavers from Growing Pains, you know?
Well, and for me, it was television set an expectation of what the world around me should have been like.
Yes.
And that shit don't line up either.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it ain't Mayberry RFD when you go out that front door. And I think that's what Karmic was expecting, was a little bit more of a nicer, kinder, scripted world, where it's not, man.
You know, there's an old saying that's perfect for Karmic. It's like, everybody wants to be a part of the circus until it's time to put the clown makeup on. He can't handle being the one, like you know, when you're with your boys, there's a time where you're the person, you know, who's getting it, you know, like you're the dick for the day, and that's the fun of it, you know what I mean? But he doesn't.
Everybody takes a turn.
Yeah,
it's Rocco, Cardiff, those guys have shit on me, and you know what I had to do? I had to laugh at it because it's what you do. One day, you know, and I will say that as opposed to other people in our world, like a John or something like that, anything that Cardiff or Tukey give, they expect in return. Like, if you don't fire back, it seems, you know, it throws the dynamic off. Like, they've never given anything they couldn't take back or take in return. And you know what? And I think that is like kind of a sign of friendship.
Oh yeah.
You know, among men, is like, hey, if I'm going to say something and you say it back to me, I'm going to laugh. I'm not going to have my feelings hurt or hold it against you. You know, it's the way to include you, the way to Buck Angel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I know, it's too funny, right? I'm just like, so good. And what made it worse, Luigi, is because I don't know who the fuck that was. I had no clue, and I had to go Google it. And I'm like, ah,
that's even better,
right? You know, well. So, and to that point, like, so if your friends are making fun of you and you don't like it, change your look then. Like, if I was really offended by it, or I thought that was an issue for me, then maybe I cut my beard off and grow my hair out or something. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you got to find
it's a non-issue, dude. If you're not punching me in my face and stealing my money, I think we're all right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. You're not calling
I've been through a lot worse than Dabbleverse.
Yes, exactly. You're not kicking me in the nuts. You're not, you know.
Every time I went to the hospital or dentist. Yeah, no, every time I went to the hospital or dentist, I came out with body parts missing. This is nothing, you know?
Dylan beat me to it. I was going to say it. Yeah. Buck Angel rode the Sivian on the Howard Stern show.
I need to clarify that the body part was my appendix. I lost my appendix. And not anything else. I have everything else is there. It's all functional. Everything I was born with works.
I assumed you meant like a tooth or something.
Yes, that too. Teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a fear of that, you know?
Oh,
Kidney,
man.
Gone.
All right.
Half along. Bye.
Status in his mind, you know. So like when he was talking to Final Boss, you know, he finally he was like, hey, I'm kind of mad, you know, because you know he was saying he was upset because Karmic he'd been trying to talk to Karmic all evening and saying, I'll even talk to you. It doesn't even have to be on stream. Whatever you need, you know, I'm here for you. He finally let him on, and then about 3 minutes later, Mersh came on, and the whole time Final Boss was there. He was sort of, Final Boss, whatever, you know. He was like kind of argumentative and sullen and, you know, just kind of ruminating on his problems. Mersh shows up, and you see him light up, smiling.
Yes.
He dumps Final Boss and talks to Mersh, and he's in a cheerful mood the entire time Mersh is there. And then when Mersh goes and Final Boss is back on, he's just like, fuck you, and he leaves. But you see what I mean? It's like the thing that cheers him up is the thing that feeds his ego. His ego is deflated, and it needs to be pumped up by somebody with status coming.
God,
excellent point.
That is a really good point. Way to go, Pat. Like, that really puts a new color on my interpretation of it, because God, that's really well done. It's obvious that Karmic did not have a lot of male friends or male relationships, because he does not seem to understand the dynamic of busting balls. And I was making a point. I was like, look, I'm friends with Tukey and I'm friends with Cardiff. He was saying that Tukey had shit on him and called him a retard. I was like, dude, I'm friends with them and they have shit on me to my face. But we've worked together and we've done stuff together. And yes, they have shit on me. And there are times where I'm like, look, I'm not funny enough to compete with Tukey because Tukey's too funny. I'll just let him shit on me and I will laugh because I know he wouldn't do it if he wasn't my friend. He does not get that. And so we were just talking about it, and SPERG says, Tukey said I look like Buck Angel.
He said that to me. Rocco was on BYB with me and Quad, and I think JMO was there, whatever, but anywho. He was like, oh, who invited Buck Angel? And like, I had to laugh my ass off at that because it was funny and accurate, so you can't, I've been called gay my entire life. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but like, it's specifically pastry fag later on, because that's what I was doing, was pastry catering. And so like the other actual chefs are like, fuck you, pastry fag,
Pastry fag.
Oh, wow.
Dude. So,
no wonder you call yourself Snake.
Yeah. You donut queer.
Fuck. So, like I'm used to being
Pop-Tart pussy.
See but that's, and you guys are proving my point. You're one-upping the next joke. You're coming up with something better than what originally had started. And that's what he can't handle that. He thinks
the biscuit queen.
Biscuit queen.
Yeah. But it's funny because he's like taking it so personally and then crying, and we're all sitting here like, dude, all he called you was a retard. We've gotten worse, and we're friends. Like,
it had nothing to do with Rocco. I mean, what it was about was in that and you remember that MLC? She was on there. His girlfriend was on there, and she was laughing, and she was saying like, I need to get him an IQ test. And
that was weird. Yeah.
Yeah. So she was going along with the joke and making fun of him as well, saying like, I might be able to get some benefits and whatnot. So like, that is what hurt him. It wasn't the other thing. It was that.